Hello.
Hello, hello. Check 1, 2, 3.
There's a crow out there.
Nice. What up, y'all?
Episode 14.
What the sci-fi, guys?
Yeah.
How are y'all
back.
doing today? Hopefully you're doing all right.
Yeah. It's an interesting week.
It's been an interesting months for us.
Yeah. What was it? We haven't recorded in a couple weeks. I haven't released an episode in longer.
We just going through life, and but we're gonna continue to releasing content and everything. You guys probably won't know this because we're just gonna make sure that we continually put forth content. So yeah, this episode is might be a little long. Maybe we got a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Episode 14, dude, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. We're a little behind.
Yeah.
I was hoping we'd be on a weekly basis, but
We had just so you guys know, we had 3 episodes in our bag, but just with Jason's work schedule and my work schedule, yeah, it just was kind of hard to find time. But we're here, and we're gonna continue to strive to put forth content for you guys and everything. So
yeah, it's been a little rough. What's going on here? My stand's not working.
But before we continue on here with what the episode is primarily about, I guess we just kind of say how have you been doing, Joe, bro?
Been doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. We're it's kind of nice to see the light at the end of the tunnel now with COVID and things starting to open up here in San Diego. Just a couple of days ago, San Diego just got moved to the red tier. Finally, LA beat us to it, which I was kind of like, what? How can LA beat San Diego? And I don't get it. They were pretty bad.
Yeah, but they were completely closed down. Like nothing was going on.
Well, we were too. We were too, right?
Not as long as they were. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they were more strict about it because there's so many people there,
Yeah, true.
And well, we did have a Republican mayor for most of our time. But I mean, our city, we did pretty good. People were more cautious about it here. You know?
I mean, you get every once in a while, you get people not wearing masks, not social distancing. But I remember going over to La Jolla, and we just wanted to see the seals. We had our masks on and everything. We got out of the car, and there were hundreds of people there, not wearing masks, hugging, all that stuff. And I was like, okay, let's get out of here because these people are not listening and they don't care.
How long ago was that?
This was maybe a month ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went to La Jolla recently. I wear my mask, and just if there's a bunch of people not wearing masks, I'll just go around cars or something.
Yeah.
It's cool because they're in there. SEALs have a long time that they spend nursing and stuff.
Yeah, that's why we went. We wanted to see the babies and stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I saw that.
Yeah, cool, man, cool. All right, well, if you guys, by this time this episode comes out, it will probably be a month or two after the Snyder Cut came out. But you already know that I'm a huge Snyder Cut fan and supporter. I was one of the ones who signed the petition to WB to send out to let them know to put out the material and everything. That wasn't necessarily what caught their eye, but now the movie's out now. It is the 20th of March.
Today?
Yeah, I think it's the 20th of March.
Is it?
Yep. The 20th of March.
Month's going
So
on.
we'll see what time this episode airs. But just letting you all know, I am super stoked. I've watched it twice already.
Yeah.
I watched it right when it came out on in the midnight on the 18th.
That was Thursday this week.
Yeah, and it's Saturday now, and we dude, it was just amazing. 4 hours of the Snyder visuals, and the storyline was so much better in the BVS. I mean, I wouldn't say it was probably on par, if not better, than Man of Steel. Man of Steel was pretty good. What's weird is I actually hated Man of Steel when it came out. But now as I get older, I appreciate it more. Like it's very sci-fi-esque.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I like the alien part of it, and I do like Zod and him as an actor, and Russell Crowe for sure.
Dude,
those are good actors. Yeah,
in my opinion, he's one of the best villains. Zod was, dude, you really got a feel for his ambitions and why he was doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was quite menacing too. But the thing I liked most about it was Zack Snyder really, he didn't really follow too much of the old culture of what the comic books pertained of what Krypton was. He just kind of made his own thing. That's what I kind of liked about it. But going back to Justice League, Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, dude, y'all probably aren't too surprised about this, but I gave it a 10 out of 10. I'm a huge Black Panther fan, y'all, and I gave that movie an 8 out of 10, and I loved it. But the only reason why I gave it an 8 out of 10 is because of that last scene. It was just too, when he was fighting his cousin.
His nephew, right?
Yeah, his nephew. No, his cousin. Killmonger, yeah, it's his cousin.
Is it cousin? Oh.
Yeah, because we remember Killmonger says, "It's the end for you, cuz."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
he's a lot younger.
Just that scene just didn't look right to me.
I'd have to rewatch it. I do like that movie. I think it was a definite difference for the Marvel universe.
And it was huge for culture, like the black culture, the black community. It was huge.
Yeah, a lot of people working on that were black. Mm-hmm. That even behind the scenes, like the director, the producer,
director, producer, actors. It was nuts, man. I loved it.
Yeah.
And it won a ton of awards. So, yeah, dude. But Snyder Cut. The reason why I gave it a 10 out of 10, guys, is because I really liked how they delve into the characters. I'm not going to give it a spoiler talk because those of you probably haven't still seen it. But we'll probably do a spoiler discussion later.
Yeah.
In an episode later on. But I liked how it really delved into Cyborg, the Flash. You got a lot more Darkseid. Got Darkseid in it. And last time we didn't get Darkseid. You get a lot more about why Steppenwolf invades Earth and what his ambitions are for Earth and everything. They brought out the anti-life equation. I don't know if you know about the anti-life equation.
No, that's there's a lot of deep cut stuff from DC and Marvel I don't know about. You're just learning about it as you're going through the movies.
Yeah.
But
so the anti-life equation is here on Earth, and the reason why Darkseid invades Earth is because he wants an anti-life, and the anti-life equation is this force that kind of stops people's free will. So basically it makes people Darkseid's slaves. Pretty much you're his bitch. And you can't fight it. You can't fight it. It's like evil. It's this evil that goes inside you and you just can't fight against it.
Yeah. Before you go on, I do think we could do spoilers because by the time this comes out it'll be a while and we can just put spoiler alerts out like we do.
Okay. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Okay.
We're not on the first day because people are already releasing stuff with spoilers.
That's true. That's true. They start doing that shit like a week before it came out. I was like, dude, really, guys?
Oh, with well, I saw some reviews, and that's why I thought it was out already on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so we'll kind of go from the beginning of the movie. So it starts out with Superman crying and screaming out in pain and agony over Doomsday, shoving his horn right into Superman's chest. And did you kind of get what was going on, like his screaming and stuff?
Well, I went back to Batman versus Superman right before I watched it, so
Yeah.
I watched like maybe the last quarter of the movie, and I'll tell you one thing: I cannot stand that the Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I can't stand him too. You're not alone.
He's
The
an
bulk of
irritating-
DC fans do
Yeah.
not like him.
Yeah, they definitely could have picked somebody better for that
Yes.
character. Like, and even the way they wrote him, I think they want to make him like a Joker, but he's not, And yeah, I can't stand him. He doesn't fit the character that I remember as a kid.
Right. And if anything, I think the best Lex Luthor that I have ever seen is the one in Smallville, Michael Rosenbaum. He, to me, was the best defined Lex Luthor.
Right. I'd have to rewatch that. Is that on Warner Brothers or HBO Max?
It's not on HBO Max. It's on Hulu. All seasons are on Hulu.
Yeah, I was like I said, I'm not a big Superman guy.
Yeah.
I was.
Did you like him in this? Did you like him in this though?
Superman? He was cool. I like so towards the middle of the movie, he comes back from the dead.
Yeah.
And I liked that dark kind of acting out he was doing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have a lot in this movie besides.
Yeah, that's true.
He kind of saved the day, I guess.
But it wasn't all him though, and that's what I like. It wasn't all Superman. Like he
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah.
He was the muscle behind it, but he wasn't like the reason why the team won, which I liked.
And the thing with Justice League is like, so you got like Wonder Woman who can do everything, right? And then Superman, he can do pretty much everything. And then you got Aquaman, who's not very good without water,
Well, not necessarily. So Aquaman, he's pretty much like okay. So I'm just gonna get down and dirty here. So Aquaman, his body can withstand the pressures of the deep sea. So therefore, bullets don't penetrate him.
Oh, okay.
He can jump very far, kind of like Hulk. And he's very strong. Not as strong as Superman, but on par with Wonder Woman.
Right.
So stronger than Captain America, obviously.
Yeah.
And his trident and his armor are Atlantean, so it's like very dense.
I could say something that I did think was interesting. Now, I didn't even notice this until I watched the video later. That the Atlanteans, which are the species of Aquaman, right? He's half Atlantean or whatever. He's from Atlantis. So they were doing dolphin noises in the water until they made air. So they make these bubbles of air in the water.
And that's Snyder's vision. I don't really like that part, but in Aquaman, in his actual movie, James Wan makes it different when he's just like they can just talk in water.
Yeah, but I like the idea of the dolphin noises because you can't really talk in water, right? So not as
the
a
humans
human.
can, but Atlanteans can.
Okay,
because they're. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but you'll get why they can talk in water. You'll get why they have their abilities.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It's only 2 hours and 23 minutes, so you won't have to watch like a 4-hour movie, but it's pretty good.
But also, I like the dolphin thing because dolphins have like their frequencies. They're made for water, you know, and then they also have like dialects.
That's true.
You know, so if you go to one part of the world, the dolphins they communicate differently than another part. You know, and it's just like a language.
It's kind of like how Joe Rogan talks, and he's just like, I wonder if they like are making fun of us or something like that, you know? Cause,
they're probably really complicated, you know?
Yeah. And we think we're so smart, but they're probably like looking at us going, oh, man, you just wait, man. You just wait, motherfucker. I'm going to get you.
Dolphins are a smart species.
I think they are the smartest, right? Them and orcas.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know
smart.
if they're smarter than us or not.
Oh, okay.
You know, because they're definitely probably the smartest animals in the world.
Yep. But so going back to Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'm just going to call it Snyder Cut. That's what I'm going to call it. So, Superman screams, and you saw like his scream was like a shockwave. And basically what happened was that shockwave woke the mother boxes up. And the reason why the mother boxes didn't wake up is because they were afraid of Superman's power. They were afraid of him.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when Victor Stone, like Silas Stone saved Cyborg's life, and the mother box woke up for a second and then went back to sleep because Superman was still alive at that time. But, so you get Steppenwolf coming to get the mother box of the mascara, Wonder Woman's home.
Oh, okay.
That scene was badass, dude. Like, you saw the women, like when Steppenwolf comes in and he says, defenders of this world, I come to bathe in your fear, you know, and then like, we have no fear. I was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of like Apocalypse, like it's kind of like Apocalypse-esque from X-Men. As I started watching the old X-Men show.
But DC fans, don't murder Jason because Darkseid is much more powerful than Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Darkseid is like the big daddy of all the bad guys. He's quite a force to be reckoned with. But so you kind of get this feel that Steppenwolf is like trying to gain favor with Darkseid.
Yeah.
He's talking to Desaad, who is one of Darkseid's like mediators, I think. Mediators. You know,
Okay.
his forces talk to Desaad, and Desaad talks to Darkseid. But just that scene, dude, where it's like this kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? The thing that Desaad comes through in the ship, and he talks to Steppenwolf. It's like this metal-esque kind of technology that he's able to actually see and talk to.
It was like a portal, but it's like
yeah,
obelisk or something.
that was so cool. I love the visuals of that. And then, you know, he talks to him several times in it, and then he finally talks to Darkseid. What was your thought when you saw Darkseid come out and he's just like talking to him and shit? Oh, no. Before that, you see Uxas, who is the younger Darkseid, coming to Earth 5,000 years before and trying to take Earth, but then Zeus and all the other gods defeat him.
Yeah.
He was pretty intimidating looking, right?
Yeah.
I think he was as good as Thanos. Like, he looked as good as Thanos. He looked pretty badass.
Yeah.
But did you know what gods those were? The three gods?
Well, when they made mention of them afterwards.
Yeah, you had Zeus, Artemis, who's the lady with the bow, and then you had Ares,
Oh, okay.
god of war.
Oh. Now, Ares was the one that was in what was it? Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And that was just a badass scene. Like, you had Zeus shoot his lightning at Uxus, and then Uxus blocking it with his staff, and then our Ares jumps up, slices him, gets him really good on his shoulder.
Yeah.
See a lot of blood gushing. Like, oh shoot, you're getting your ass beat already, dude.
Yeah.
But this was obviously young Darkseid. He wasn't as powerful, wasn't as experienced as Darkseid. The one that's the modern day Darkseid. Yeah, dude, I liked how in this movie you get a lot more backstory with the history of the characters, all the characters. Batman was more badass. Wonder Woman was amazing. That scene where she's with that little girl after she actually killed the terrorist, and then the little girl asks her, she's like, can I be like you?
Yeah.
And she says to the little girl, you can be anything you want to be. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Are you a fan of Gal Gadot and her Wonder Woman? Do you think she does a good job?
Yeah, I think she's a good actress, I guess. She looks great. Was she like 6 foot tall or?
Yeah, she's pretty tall.
Yeah. And
she's Israeli.
Oh, is she? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But not that has to do anything, but yeah, she's really badass. And the Aquaman Cyborg, I think, got the most screen time. You really can tell that he was like the heart of the movie.
Yeah. I liked his story. He had a good story. I liked the father-son dynamic. That
was a pretty rough, dude. That was rough. He didn't, like, when he was listening to the tape and he's like, now I'm going to talk to you as your father. Crunch it.
I liked his powers. I think that was pretty interesting.
That scene where he's like, I'm sorry, but that scene where he's like in the digital world of currency.
Yeah.
And he's making his own currency for that lady. That was amazing. That was cool.
Yeah, that's yeah, I did like that. I liked his powers were interesting. Now, he got his powers he's basically built from one of the mother boxes, right?
Yeah.
So is that canon already?
Yeah, that's canon.
So that was supposed to be from the comics. That's how it came about too?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So that's how it came about, was through the mother boxes. And you have
it's kind of like Vision or
kind of like that.
Witch. Yeah.
But the mother boxes are much more powerful because they literally make planets. They can make planets.
Oh, really?
They're pretty powerful. They can make matter and destroy matter.
And they never said how they ended up here?
So, no, they came here with Uxus.
Yeah,
we remember that scene where the ship opens up and you have those hooded people, like the priests or something like that, and they're coming with the mother boxes. So Darkseid found them.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the dark reaches of space.
Huh. Yeah.
That was kind of cool, dude. You can kind of tell how powerful they are, and literally they can make and destroy worlds. They're very powerful, extremely powerful.
Yeah. So what's his name? Cyborg. He had kind of he was basically Ultron.
Yeah, it was basically kind of like Ultron, kind of, but he had a lot more human aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, I always liked. Ultron's one of my favorite Marvel villains, even though that movie didn't do too good, I guess.
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, it made over $1 billion.
That's Whedon's movie too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Sad to say, but
there, I could tell, looking back at it, that there was problems with that movie. Some of the, the romance with.
Dude, that was trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
And they let it go completely.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They just kind of stare at each other now, saying hi, and it's just kind of awkward,
Yeah. But that's one thing. And I was telling you earlier the Flash opening, and I guess they did it in the other Justice League.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't. Oh,
They got rid of that scene where he's saving Iris.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay.
Completely.
But they brought her more into the movie, right?
Who?
Iris?
No.
Oh.
She wasn't in it at all. And Cyborg's mom wasn't in it either.
Oh, okay.
That whole football scene and the scene where the car crash didn't happen.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize there was another Justice League member from Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
pretty cool.
So that's like newer. It's like it kind of goes along with the movie. So like back when Robin was around, there wasn't Cyborg.
Yeah.
So at this time there'd probably be Nightwing, right? Or did they scrap that altogether?
No. So Zack Snyder's vision is, you know about Death in the Family, right?
Yeah.
So instead of it happening to what's that Robin's name?
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd. It happened to Dick Grayson.
Oh, so that's Snyder's. He changed it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he changed it to where, like I don't know if, well, it's in BVS where you see the Robin suit, and he beat and killed Robin, and on his suit you'll see it in the Batcave. It's spray painted. Ha ha ha. Got you, Batman.
Yeah.
You know, and in the Snyder Cut, you see him talking to him, and he says, "Why did you send a boy to do a man's job?"
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, "Ho ho ho!" And then Batman's like, "I will fuck you up." You know, it's like, this is the thing about Batman. He might not kill you, but he'll fucking break every goddamn bone in your body.
Oh, I was just thinking there's a lot of killing going on in I was like, oh, there's a lot of killing going on in what was it, the new Marvel show? But and I was like, man, they're just killing people, like. But
so in this, you actually see like Steppenwolf, like he's actually like slicing and dicing people up with his axe.
Oh yeah.
Remember that scene where he's fighting the Atlanteans, and he's slicing them up, cutting them in half, and there's blood splattered all in the water for him trying to get the mother box from Atlantis and everything.
And who was what's homeboy's name?
Jason Momoa?
No, the dude, the other Atlantean, but he was in the water. I thought.
Oh yeah, Michael Defoe.
No, William Dafoe.
William Defoe, that's right.
So who is he supposed to be?
He's supposed to be Vulko, who is a Atlantean who helps Arthur become king.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of like his Vizier, you know, his strategy guide kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah. And then you have Mira. You had Mira.
Is that the chick?
Yeah, the chick.
Yeah.
She becomes Aquaman's wife.
She becomes American, I heard. Yeah. So she was like English in this version, and now she's American.
Yeah.
But I liked her. She was.
Dude, that scene where she's like fighting Steppenwolf, and he's choking her, and then she like sucks the blood out of his body. That was like, that was oh shit, you know.
So she's like taking the water. First you see the water come out, and then the blood. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
I was like, oh shoot.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the Flash's intro though.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That was probably my favorite part of the movie because. Yeah, he's like all kind of jacked up, like trying to get an interview, and for a dog walker or like a pet store or something, and then that crash happens, and he busts out into his thing with the lightning. So I guess every time he uses his power, there's lightning around.
Yep. And it's like hitting things, like the lightning's hitting things. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like I like the dynamics of it. Like how he ran so fast that his shoes ripped right out of his shoes.
And when he's running into the street, like the street itself is collapsing with how fast he's moving.
Yeah, I like that. I liked how that scene was just done well. The music was good.
The hot dog though, I was like, what is it? What is Snyder doing? There's like a hot dog right next to her face. I'm like, what are you doing? And he just grabs it, puts it in his pocket, and then he feeds it to the dog.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I also liked his introduction to Bruce Wayne. That was pretty cool. That was probably another favorite part of that movie. When he threw the batarang and he's just like gets out of the way, and then he's like, he tells him, "I'm starting." He said, "I'm starting a team," and they said, "All right, no more. I'm in." Like I like that part, and then
stop right there. I'm in.
Yeah,
I need friends.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. He's kind of like a Spider-Man kind of dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. You hit it right on the knot because Flash in the comic books is always like very like quick-witted and very like, hey guys, how you doing? You know, just really excited and eccentric, and especially Barry Allen. Yeah. Wally West is a little bit like that. Wally West is kind of like that as well.
Is that a different Flash?
Yeah, it's a different Flash. You have Jake Garrick. You have Jake Garrick. You have.
Are these the character names?
Yeah.
Or
character names for different Flashes throughout the multiverse.
Oh, okay.
And then you have Jesse Quick.
Oh,
she's kind of cool too.
And I liked how they showed basically he's like molecularly fast, like his molecules are fast because he's like healing himself. You know, basically using the speed of his atoms to heal himself. But that would have to be something that doesn't just happen all the time. It'd have to because or else he would age really quickly.
That's true.
That's
true. What do you think of his costume? It's kind of like armor-esque, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, this is his first show up, or because like there's no real way for somebody like him to get something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So that didn't really make sense to me. I thought it should be like a little more basic, you know, because it's like, you know, that's like $1,000 costume right there, you know?
Yeah.
At least, you know, especially if he had like space gear and stuff. He had to stole it or something.
He probably did.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want his clothes being ripped up every time he was running.
Yeah. Now, as far as it goes, like, you know, he's like the Quicksilver with a Spider-Man, you know, kind of personality. See, the first time you see that kind of scene in a movie is from the X-Men, where Days of Future Past, I want to say it is, where they meet Quicksilver and he does the whole speed thing and
yeah, you're right. Saving everybody from the mansion in the mansion. That scene was awesome.
That was the next movie. That was Apocalypse.
That was Apocalypse.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you're right. It was Apocalypse.
He in Days of Future Past. He saved them when they were in the Pentagon, and then he went around the whole kitchen.
Yeah.
That was probably.
That was cool.
That's probably my favorite slow scene like that. Until this one was pretty good though. I really liked the way they did this and the comedy in it. But
I'm kind of contemplating, guys, if I should let Jason watch the other version of Justice League. I think watching it, he will definitely be pissed off with how they treated Barry Allen's character. Sound off in the comments if you want him to watch it, guys, because I didn't want him to watch it. He asked me if he's to watch it, and I was like, no, don't watch it. Just watch this one. But I'm just going to give you a little bit heads up. So basically, the Flash in the Justice League, the one that came out in 2017, the Flash says he doesn't fight people. He just pushes them and run away. He's like, I don't know how to fight, guys. I'm scared. Please. I don't want to fight, you know?
Oh, jeez.
And then Batman's kind of like, just save one person. That's it. You know, it's like, oh, okay, I will. You know, and he talks about brunch and everything like that. He's like, why do people like get in line for brunch? It's pretty much like you're having, you know, you're too late for breakfast and it's an early lunch. And he's like, I don't get people. People are just a little slow, you know?
Yeah.
It was just, I didn't like his character at all in that Justice League movie. Justice League. That's what I'm going to call it. Justice League.
Yeah. But yeah, I and then also the dynamics of the Justice League. So you got Flash and Batman. They really don't do a lot, you know, as compared to anybody else, you know.
Well, Flash gets it more than anybody, I think, because if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have won in the end.
Yeah. So when they did that scene at the end,
That was intense.
It was trippy because I was thinking, at first I was thinking he's going light speed, right? So you couldn't see. He's going faster than light, so you can't see what he's gonna step on until he gets there.
Yeah.
But then I realized,
Kind of like he's rewriting reality, kind of.
no, what I'm saying is that, like, so you got light, right? And if
Yeah.
you're going faster than light, you can't see it until he gets there.
Oh yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
Yeah, you're right.
But at the same time, what happened was it blew up, so he's going backwards, right? So then all the stuff's rebuilding, which you don't really know.
Does that make sense, like to you?
Light speed,
With him kind of rerouting everything back, It's
rewinding.
like rewinding. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a theory. I mean, we don't go faster than light.
Yeah,
you
true.
know, nothing. They think that time slows down when you go faster than light. So,
Yeah.
which is why in Star Trek you have warp speed. So,
Yeah, you have the bubble.
yeah.
Yeah, which we talked about in episodes in the past. But did you? I like that scene where he's like he heals and he goes, "Okay, Barry, you gotta run faster than you've ever ran before," you know.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you gotta break a rule here. You gotta break a rule because he knows he can't go back in time.
Yeah.
That's a rule that speedsters have. You can't rewrite reality, but everyone's fucking dying.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I gotta break a rule here.
Well, then they brought Superman back too.
Yeah.
So,
But it was kind of cool. Like when he was running, everything was being put back into place, and people's like molecular levels were being raised back up into reality. You know,
yeah.
it was kind of cool to see that. But now going to more of just like the look of this movie. This is not your I mean, we're used to, like, in the world that we live in, like the MCU world where everything's bright and everything. What did you like about the look of this and the dark-esque? But it wasn't like dark and depressing. It was dark, but it had some very good comedic moments in it. Did you like that?
Yeah, I thought it was a well done movie. I mean, I think it flowed pretty well. Yeah, so I mean, it went good. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the look of it, like the whole, like the colors, like even it had color, but it wasn't like bright. You know what I mean? In your face, it was like dark, but it had color in it, and it was cool. I liked it. That's why I love dark. I don't think that DC should copy Marvel. I think they should keep on doing this route that they have. Like, yeah, they fucked up, but you just got to keep going with this vision. And I hope that Snyder gets his vision realized. But I'm kind of hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that he stays on HBO Max.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think they have a bigger fan base for HBO Max than in theaters and stuff.
Right.
It's easier for people to just get HBO Max than to like go to a movie now. So I hope they go that route, that it's more like an Elseworld. Now, I don't know if you know what Elseworld are. You know what Elseworlds are?
No.
Okay. So Elseworld for DC, you heard it in the movie, they were talking about the multiverse.
Yeah.
So A lot of people call this the DCEU. I don't call it the DCEU. That is what the fans created. I call it the DC multiverse. The multiverse is you have one Earth and all its superheroes, and there are thousands other Earths just like it.
Yeah.
But it could be put a little twist. Like instead of Batman being the hero, he could be a bad guy. Or instead of Superman being raised in the USA, he was raised in Russia. Or instead of the Justice League being a force for good, they're probably a force for evil.
Yeah.
That kind of it's just a little twist to it. So that's what the Elseworld are, is that it's the same, almost same universe, but it just has a different tone. It's like two sides of the same coin, kind of. Just a little different with a darker twist. And that's what I hope Snyder gets on HBO Max. He stays on HBO Max and he continues his universe there. I hope that's what happens. I hope that HBO Max sees a promise in this. I mean, there are thousands, millions of people watching this, guys. Like my HBO Max, in 2 hours into it, it stopped and it kicked me out of the app. It said that we're having technical difficulties here. You know, it was just a lot of people watching it, millions of people watching it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So I hope this kind of sparks interest. Even though WB, I don't know if you get this, but you have DC, and then you have Warner Brothers, who's head over DC. Then you have Warner Media, who is the head of Warner Brothers. Then you have AT&T, who is the big boss, kind of like Disney is over Marvel.
Oh, okay.
So you had and HBO Max. HBO Max is in the middle. So you have Warner Media and Warner Brothers, who don't want Snyder's vision. They did not want you to see Snyder Cut. They said over their dead body. But when they were bought out by AT&T, since AT&T is the big boss, they said, let Snyder get his vision. Because the hashtag was released everywhere. Release the Snyder Cut. Millions of people, millions of them wanted to see it. And so you have AT&T and HBO Max, who is on the side of Snyder seeing his vision. So that was kind of cool.
So, and then also, I don't think you've, well, not in this episode, you probably haven't said why he pulled out of the Snyder Cut originally.
So the reason why, guys, he got pulled out is on March 20th of 2017, Zack Snyder lost his daughter due to suicide. His daughter was named Autumn, and she was adopted when she was young, and he adopted her. She was very beautiful lady, and she would always tell him, "What is my worth? You know, why am I living here?" And he says, "What do you mean? You're worth everything to me." And she just kept on listening to other people had to say about her. And that's the problem in the day and age we live in, guys, is that we are so worried about what other people think and other people's opinions. But only opinion that should matter is yours, okay? So regardless of what you guys are going through, the only opinion that you should be worried about is how you view yourself. And I have tons of friends who consistently challenge me. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. So pretty much his daughter committed suicide. Zack Snyder kept on pushing to finish up the Justice League movie. He went 2 months after that. So we're in May of 2017. During this whole time, Warner Brothers, they realized this. They kind of capitalized. Hey, man, his daughter died. He's kind of depressed. This is our shot to get him out. So they brought in Joss Whedon. They were telling Zack, hey, yeah, he's just going to help you with some things, you know, and then they started giving him more power. They're like, oh, no, let Josh do this. Let Joss do this. And they were kind of looking at him. Other executives were telling Zack, this is too dark. People don't like dark. And people don't like this Steppenwolf. Like the Steppenwolf you saw, Warner Brothers said he's too scary. And he's too scary. People won't like that.
Yeah.
In the other version, I'll show you a picture of Steppenwolf. Here we go, guys.
I seen that. Like
Oh, you have?
yesterday, yeah.
Okay. But it was terrible. It was like a PS2 graphics. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
They did a lot of green screen with the original cut. Or I mean,
Yeah.
not the original cut, but the theater release.
yeah, they did. And so Zack Snyder was like, you know what, guys? Really? Like, I lost my daughter and you're treating me like this. So he's just like, I'm done. So he walked away.
Yeah.
And they brought in Joss Whedon. They went 6 months of reshoots. So they already spent $300 million just making Justice League. And they had to spend another $25 million, I think.
What, to finish it?
To finish it.
The new one?
The theatrical version.
Oh, okay.
So they finished it. Movie came out, bombed. Only 92, bombed with a 92 million theatrical release, which is still like, well, when you think of comic book movies, it's very low. It's the lowest. Usually comic book movies anywhere from 100 to 150 million.
Oh, okay.
In its first day of release. But it bombed. It made over 650 something million.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder's Batman vs Superman made like 800 something million.
Jeez.
So, and that wasn't even Justice League. It was just Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
So, it bombed. It tanked. It got 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. And Zack Snyder's version you see right now is at 75%. So it's infinitely better. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's what happens. The fans rallied over the past 4 or 5 years and just trying to get Zack Snyder's vision out. HBO Max came out, which was a godsend because there's no way that WB would allow Zack Snyder to have a 4-hour movie because they're like, they have short attention spans. There's no way they would be willing to watch a 4-hour movie.
Yeah.
So the version we got, guys, was pure Zack Snyder, no interference, and it was just awesome. It was a beauty to behold. It was phenomenal. So HBO Max comes on, and they want more subscribers, so they say they're going to put out the Justice League movie, Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, and they give him $70 million. $70 million to finish his VFX.
Okay.
So Warner Brothers put in $25 million to finish their VFX for the theatrical version. This is more than double that to finish his VFX, which means it's a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
When you put in the money, guys, the outcome is a whole lot better.
Was there any reshoots?
So for Zack Snyder, it wasn't technically called reshoots. It's called additional photography. So he added a couple of scenes, and the scenes that he added, and we're gonna talk about this character, was the nightmare scene where him and Joker.
Oh yeah.
Because Zack said, "How can I make a movie with Batman in it and not bring in the Joker?"
Right.
And so he brought that scene is all new, and then the scene with him and Martian Manhunter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, what did you think about seeing Martian Manhunter?
See, I didn't know much about him, but yeah, he's cool. He showed up earlier in the movie.
Yeah, he was disguising himself as Martha Kent, Superman's mom. Because his power is he comes from Mars. He's a green Martian, and his power is he can shapeshift. He almost has the same abilities as Vision.
Yeah.
He can go through things. He can turn hard and dense. He can shoot lasers out of his eyes like Superman. He can grow, kind of like Ant-Man. And the bigger he gets, the stronger he gets.
Oh, okay.
So he's very overpowered, but he's also the one character in DC that doesn't get a lot of attention, and it's sad.
Yeah.
He has a good story because in the Martian Wars in the comic books, he loses his family. They're fighting a war with the white Martians, and the white Martians burn his family, and he hears the screams of his daughters and his wife.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Can you imagine seeing that? Like, that'd be intense. Like, his character motivation is just very... I love that character. He's a good character. Definitely top 5 characters for me. But, yeah, dude, so I give it a 10 out of 10. What would you rate it as out of a 10?
I don't know. Probably 7, I guess.
A 7?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Okay.
I mean, I'm not, like I said, I've never been a big DC fan. Besides the Dark Knight trilogy, the original Batman,
Yeah.
the Batman cartoon, I'm just really more into Batman, you know.
Yeah.
For different reasons. I'm not very into the overpowered thing. I like, you know, I do like powerful characters. There are some that I do like, you know.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I like the movie. I definitely recommend it over. You know, it holds its own. That's for sure.
Yeah. And that's huge coming from you, Jason, because that's giving it a 7 out of 10. That's pretty good. That's like a good solid B.
Yeah.
So I think now let's kind of switch gears here, y'all. I think we might finally finish WandaVision now. You want to finish up WandaVision here?
Yeah, we could talk about WandaVision.
Now, the last episode, guys, I think we were talking about episode 3 and 4. So now, instead of continuing on with the other episodes, we're just going to kind of give you our review of the series.
Yeah, that'll work.
So, my review, for one, Wanda is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Her costume is just a 10, dude. It was just so comic book accurate.
Yeah. And there was something that she had said that she would never wear the comic book outfit. and then that's like the first thing she does. She wears the actual comic book.
Yes. I wonder how much they paid her just to wear it.
Yeah.
But she's so powerful, dude. Like, she's more powerful than Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And she has the Darkfold now, which is basically she can rewrite anything she wants.
Yeah. Well, I definitely liked it. I mean, this is another show where it's like I liked the dynamics of the characters and, you know, how they were. I really, you know, I don't know how I feel about the kids growing up so fast, how they could do that.
I liked them, though.
Yeah,
I like
they were
the
cool.
kids.
They were cool kids. They shined in the Malcolm in the Middle episode.
Dude, okay. The Malcolm in the Middle episode was good, and I also liked the Office episode.
Yeah, the Office episode was cool. You know, they said it was more like another show. I forgot. Screen Rant said this, but I saw it more like The Office, and because they said there's another show that was, they're called mockumentaries. So
really?
They mock the documentaries, you know.
Wow.
There's another show like that, and I cannot remember the name of it. And then I remember being around that time frame, because that's when all the documentaries were real big, you know, and they first started. Anyways, so, but yeah, I did like the Office episode. You see, people didn't understand, like, I Love Lucy and then going on to Dick Van Dyke or whatever.
And Bewitched. And
Yeah. Like, I knew there was something strange going on from the beginning, but see, I think there's a couple missed opportunities there. Where,
yeah. I was thinking that they were going to bring in, like, the multiverse there.
Yeah. Or the X-Men. You know, or mutants, because.
But it was just so simple. Like.
Yeah. I didn't think they needed to bring in Quicksilver without.
Yeah, what the fuck was with that? I was like, literally, guys, you're gonna like tease us with that and then not even
Yeah, they didn't do
make anything
with
of it.
Yeah, that's what I didn't
Jeez.
like because, I mean, that was such a big reveal. It was a big reveal. It was
It
like,
was.
yeah,
It's true.
because that was saying, okay, we're gonna bring in the X-Men, and that's not what they did. So,
Wasted opportunity, bro.
but so then their actual reveal of the X-Men's got to be way better than this, I mean, the
Mhm.
only thing
I
they can
hope.
really do is a multiverse because
Yeah.
up until now, there's been no mention of mutants like whatsoever,
Mm-mm.
And in Marvel, it's all about ownership. It's with the MCU. It's like Marvel went broke in the late '90s, and they sold Spider-Man, they sold X-Men,
And the Hulk.
and the Hulk. Okay, they sold those three, and then
The Hulk is still at Universal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why they haven't made a Hulk show or a movie yet. It's because the rights are owned by Universal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all like this custody battle between those characters, and well, Sony's kind of came together with Marvel on certain things, but
He's still owned by Sony.
yeah, he's still owned by Sony, and they might be trying to pull him back because they're gonna have this third movie.
Or
Well,
you can just have Disney buy out Sony.
Yeah, but Sony's pretty big because they own all the like technological.
Yeah.
Like
I think
the
they're bigger than
technological.
Disney, I think.
Yeah, they could be. They could be. So that could be the problem with Sony.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
but
WandaVision-
Sony's though is making some good movies though.
Mm.
Like the Spider-Man movies. Venom was really good. I like Venom.
Yeah, Venom was good.
And then they're having Morpheus coming out, and then Venom versus Carnage.
Yeah, this is Morpheus. The DC and Marvel people going back and forth. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
I really think they should kind of have that in their contract. Like you can't go to Marvel or you can't go to DC.
They probably will at some point, probably.
Yeah.
It kind of confuses you a little bit, huh?
No, it's like betraying a franchise almost, Like how the thing is with Jared Leto is like he did such a horrible Joker, and then for him to get like, but he's a good actor,
Yeah.
for him to get like basically redemption with I think he'd do good in Morpheus.
Yeah, I think he'd do better in Morpheus because I didn't like him as Joker at all. Like I watched Suicide Squad. Did you watch it?
the first one, yeah.
Yeah, the first one. Okay. I think that he was better in the Snyder Cut than he was in Suicide Squad because in Snyder Cut he didn't have the tattoos and the laugh, dude. I hated the laugh. It was just stupid.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think the best Joker. Oh, I'm kind of in between of Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger.
Yeah, they both did their parts very well, and also Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill pretty much
Mark
made
Hamill.
Joker.
The voice of Mark Hamill, dude, is amazing.
Yeah, he pretty much made that role what it is.
Yep, and not just in the animated show. He was also in the Batman video games.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill played Joker.
and all the movies. All the movies with the Batman actor.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. So let's finish up WandaVision here. So what did you think about that reveal with Agatha?
I mean, that's like she's a another deep cut character. You'd have to know the comics. I stumbled across her from YouTube videos.
Yeah, I watched a couple too. When I started to get a sense of who she was, I started watching it. I think it was in episode 3 or 4. I started watching videos about Agatha.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, she's pretty powerful.
yeah. I mean, she's cool. I mean, I like I said, I'm not really into the magic thing. The only person with magic that I really care for or that I think is really cool is Strange. You know,
Oh yeah.
Doctor Strange. You know, but as far as WandaVision, like Wanda, I mean, I really think they should have gone the mutant route with her because you know, she's supposed to be the daughter of Magneto. You know, which I think would have been a great way to spin the show, and I hope they take advantage of that eventually. But
I think probably what's stopping Marvel is even though they bought Fox, like I think there has to be like a cooling period. I think until they can actually talk about mutants. Maybe
they need to figure it out, like because the thing is that like X-Men is really rooted in 20th century history, you know. And it's like Captain America. You have Captain America who was made, like literally drawn around the time of World War II. You know, so that was a big thing for them, and they tied it into World War II. They froze them. You know what I mean? And that's the same kind of thing they need for the mutants because Magneto is the son of Holocaust imprisonment. You know.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of his story. You know, besides that, there's like not really a lot that locks into history as much as Magneto's story, you know. And then he's supposed to be the father of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and also their sister. They had a sister who shows up in another TV show. What's her name?
Proton?
No, Proton's the black girl.
Oh yeah. That's right. I know who you're talking about though.
Polarity or Polaris?
Polaris.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's the name of the North Star, by the way. Okay, so, but yeah, so WandaVision, I think it was good overall. I like the ending.
Now, question: why do you think Vision just left? The real Vision.
Oh, the white one?
Where he's just like, I'm Vision. And he just flies away. I was kind of like, what?
Yeah.
What? Your wife's right there.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he felt like he was needed elsewhere. I mean, they're probably going to explore that in a movie. Probably the Strange movie because she's supposed to be in it.
Yeah. Or they could bring him up in Armored Wars, which is another Disney Plus show with War Machine, and it's basically Stark's worst nightmare. What was Stark's worst nightmare?
What, the machines coming alive or something?
Yeah, with his technology being stolen and used.
Like in all the other movies?
True.
Like in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Age of Ultron.
That happened a lot.
But I'm excited about it though because I'm a huge fan of War Machine. I love War Machine. I always liked War Machine better than Iron Man.
I liked him in the Spider-Man show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were fighting against Venom and Carnage.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was an interesting show. It was an interesting story. I don't really see where they're going with it after this because they kind of killed it. So now it's a done. It's a limited series done. You know.
Yeah.
But so I don't know what it really adds to the Marvel universe besides now you have Vision back and
you have Scarlet Witch come out, not just Wanda. It's like when she was revealed and she was like, what have you done? You know?
Yeah.
But I'd like that scene where she's fighting Agatha and she's hitting the walls and everything. I was thinking, why is she hitting the walls? Why is she missing so much? And then you realize why. Because she was making, what are those called?
I don't know.
The relics. It's like these relics.
Yeah. Well, she left those marks up on the
to kind of stop
like
her magic.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was tight.
Yeah, I liked that. The kids survived that or no?
Yeah. Yeah, they still survive that because they're under Wanda's power.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they're supposed to be alive, right? And then
Well, not right now because of what happened at the end. But it makes you wonder though, because at the end, if you guys watched, well, you probably did watch the end credits, the end credits, where you see her kind of her what does Doctor Strange call it? His like spirit or something.
aura.
Yeah, where you see her in her aura, and she's opening up the dark fold, and you hear her son's mom, help us,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking, is that actually them, or is it Dormammu?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. So.
Dormammu in the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, the guy with the fire head.
Mm.
And I don't know, or maybe it could be Mordu, the guy in Doctor Strange, the black guy in Doctor Strange. He's a bad guy.
Oh, okay.
So who knows? But I'm excited to see what Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is going to do. I think that's going to be a big movie.
Yeah. And well, that's that for one. I think that's good for WandaVision.
Yeah. So let's give our rating of it. What would you rate the show?
It's probably like an 8.
Yeah.
I like Proton. I think that added to. I'm just thinking what would add to the story of Marvel. Especially as you're in a new phase, and
True.
I like Proton. I think she's cool. That's a new character for whatever reason. And then the kids that's the new Avengers.
Yep. I give it an 8 too. That was a solid 8 for me.
Yeah, it was a good show. I mean, people didn't really get through who didn't get through the first couple episodes. They don't really get like that. It's still the Marvel universe,
Yeah.
So,
but what's kind of sucks though is that Kevin Feige says that the Marvel shows, nothing really big is going to happen in them that's going to affect the MCU.
Yeah, they're little offshoots. Like the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was good. I mean, I really think that was pretty good. And they're showing like different sides of the blip or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So,
we'll delve more deeply into the Falcon and Winter Soldier in the next episode, guys.
Yeah, because we'll have 2 episodes out. Also, For All Mankind is still going right now. I still haven't seen the 4th episode, I don't think. But it's a decent show. I definitely recommend that.
I'm almost finished with it. I have 2 episodes left.
Oh, you're in season 2?
No, in season 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's more of a
I'm at the
drama.
episode when they fight, when they're on the moon, and there was that fight in the base with him and that other guy. I'm at that episode. That's when I stopped.
I definitely like season 1 over season 2, but
Okay.
I think season 2 is a build up for something, because now they're in uncharted territory in season 2, So it shows like the moon program by that time is done.
And they're actually talking about like in reality, Jason.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'll this is the thing about our episodes now, guys. We're talking more about shows, but I think we might have an episode where we just talk about space stuff again, like we did in the beginning.
Yeah.
But they're actually thinking about, or they're planning on doing moon bases now.
Yeah.
And that's how it was in the For All Mankind, bro.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Maybe they were watching the show going, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah. I'm sure that, and they also, I'm sure they got people from NASA actually working on the show, because you have to have, like Star Trek, even back in the 90s had scientists, fact checking things, and,
Right.
They can't just mumble off. Like back then you could probably get away with more making shit up, but like now you have people like, oh, that doesn't work like that,
Yeah.
There's thousands of people doing that. So but yeah, I think it's a decent show. The guy, he's also moving to Disney himself. Ronald D. Moore. He'll be
He
doing
is?
Yeah, he's got a contract with Disney that actually did an interview recently that I'll put. I gotta put links, I guess. He
What do you
did
think he'd be good as? What
well.
do you think he'd do?
He was working on a Star Wars show, and he was the guy working with George Lucas on Underworld.
Yeah.
So, but he's doing Swiss Family Robinson.
Okay.
So, but as far as the other Disney stuff, he's not talking about what he's doing, or he's even mentioned Star Wars, and it said that there's a lot going on with Star Wars, and but he does have plans of like what he would do.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's a genius, you know. So I mean, it'd be interesting, but his dynamic, he's really good at the drama of people, you know, and communications and problems with that. Like that's what kind of Star Trek was, you know, and that's what Battlestar Galactica was, you know, and this show, they're pretty drama heavy, you know. But that's what people want to watch. They want to see conflict with other humans, you know. We have a couple news things. Clone Wars done by Tartakovsky, who did Dexter's Laboratory, did Samurai Jack.
I love Samurai Jack and Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
Really good shows.
Yeah. So that guy did a Clone Wars in 2003 to 2005. Volume 1 and 2 are supposed to be coming to Disney Plus on April 2nd, 2021. And that's a good show.
It is.
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. That's probably the most Jedi fighting you'll see in any show, and but it's pretty good. I mean, it's a Legends material, so it's not canon anymore.
Then why are they putting it on Disney Plus then?
Probably for more subscribers, you know. But
I mean, they already have 100 million now, which
Yeah.
we found out just a couple of weeks ago. Is they have 100 million now, which I think Netflix has almost 200 million.
oh really? Well, they took a big hit with the Cara Dune thing,
Yeah, they did.
so I don't know how much they
So
lost.
right now you have Hulu that has 35 million subscribers. You have HBO Max, which has 50 million subscribers. Disney Plus has 100 million. Netflix 200 million, almost 200 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean, even 50 million. That's a lot.
yeah. That's what 500 million a month.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's 500 million a month.
HBO Max is probably making more money than anybody. Well, no, not anybody, because Netflix has actually upped their prices now. HBO Max has $15 subscription, and Netflix just upped theirs to like $18
Really?
$18 an hour.
Jeez.
That's a 4-screen 4K version, which we used to have, but then we knocked it down to just 2 screens, just a regular standard. I don't see the
Jeez.
difference. I'm just like, I don't need the best stuff. I'm good with what we got. And I got, so I also just got Paramount Plus,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna start watching Enterprise because I haven't watched that straight through.
Oh yeah, that's an all right show. There's some wonky things in there.
Do you think that they do good with the story, like with the history of Star Trek?
Somewhat.
Better than Discovery, obviously.
Yeah, better than Discovery, definitely, because they made the aesthetics look like it was supposed to be there. Like,
'Cause this is before Kirk.
yeah,
right?
100 years.
Okay, is that the earliest we've ever seen Star Trek?
Well, not necessarily, because you'll have, I mean, there's been episodes where they time travel.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
the earliest, I mean, as far as the show goes, this is the earliest.
Okay.
But there's First Contact was before that. First
Yeah.
Contact was 2063, and then there's an episode of Voyager where they're in the 90s, and see those time travel episodes are pretty cool because they show like different things. Like in the Star Trek universe, there's no LA. And
Really?
yeah, there's no LA, there's no Southern California because it's got wiped out. Yeah.
What did we do to deserve that?
Well, that was a earthquake. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
I'll buy that.
yeah, around I forget when they said it was, but in the Voyager episode, when they go back to the 90s, they're in L.A. And that's the only time you really see L.A. in
Oh shit!
in Star Trek.
Did they say when the earthquake happened?
So it was like in this century sometime. Yeah. But in
Oh shit! We gotta get out of here, y'all.
there's a Deep Space Nine episode where they're in 2022 or something.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and in that episode they have like a homeless village, like that's locked off, and it's like
Kind of what's going on in LA right now.
yeah, but it's more like fortified, like they have guards and shit.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
And it's
might
called a
happen.
sanctuary city.
Oof.
Yeah, so
Damn.
that one's a good episode. And then in Enterprise, what they do is they do one season with a species. See, they did a lot of new species in Enterprise, and that's the only thing I think is like they wanted to be creative and stuff. But Enterprise, what you got to know too is that Enterprise had the same producer, Rick Rubin. No, not Rick Rubin. I forget his last name. It's Rick something. Rick Berman. So Rick Berman did he did Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't have all the same writers from the shows before on Enterprise. So it's like it's a little more wonky than the other shows. And Deep Space Nine was the best one, basically.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine, in my opinion. Well, oh gosh, this is hard for me because
it's serialized. It's not episodic like the other
I can't
ones.
choose. I can't choose between Generations and Deep Space Nine. I can't. They're both good in their own way.
But what's cool about Deep Space Nine is it follows a war. So
Yeah,
like the
true.
war and there's like a lot of different. It follows a main storyline as opposed to any other show in Star Trek, really, because none of the other. Well, Enterprise tried to do that a little.
And their war is what war?
It's
what is?
Dominion War.
The Dominion, which is Oda's race.
It's Odo's race running like.
The Alpha Quadrant.
No, they run the Gamma Quadrant.
Gamma, that's right.
No. A, B. Wait, they run.
Delta Quadrant.
No, that's Delta Quadrant's where the Borg come from.
No, that's right. That's farther out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like this.
And it's where the Voyager was in the Delta Quadrant.
So it's like this. This is the galaxy. That's the Delta Quadrant. That's the Beta Quadrant, the Alpha Quadrant, and the Gamma Quadrant. Yeah.
Okay.
So the Alpha Quadrant, there's a wormhole right here, and
this is where the Dominion is.
Yeah.
Right as you come into the Gamma Quadrant.
Yeah. They run the Gamma Quadrant for the most part.
Okay.
So they have what's cool about them is they're like this worshipped species that they're shapeshifters and they're worshipped by the Dominion who's so they built a race called they manipulated them so that they had to take drugs and to survive.
Oh shit.
And they're like warriors at like 2 years old. They're like full-blown warriors. And then
wow.
Yeah. So and then there's the like mediator species who runs them, like they're generals and shit. But they're all cloned.
Is there any other based upon this paper you just wrote down here? It's a circle with a cross and
that's the
each
galaxy
section.
Yeah.
Is there any other quadrants outside of this?
No, this is the whole galaxy.
That's just a whole. Okay.
Yeah.
So Star Trek doesn't go beyond this. It's just all
not usually
these four quadrants.
Yeah, not usually.
What about Discovery? Does Discovery go outside of this, or they just go into like the future?
They go in the future. Yeah, they don't go
this.
outside
Okay.
of this either.
Okay.
So it's just one galaxy for the most part. Picard kind of has a species that comes from another galaxy, but it's not really explored that much.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's huge. Like from one star to the next, it's like
Now, I just got Paramount Plus.
yeah.
So I'm gonna have you just take a look at it and see what you think about like what it looks like, and they have a whole section for Star Trek. So you can just go to me, the kid, Avatar.
Oh,
That's mine.
oh, did you watch that?
Yeah,
I haven't finished it
that
yet.
was awesome. So you have the Star Trek. Oh no, you can scroll down, and you'll see like the Star Trek thing that they have there, and you just kind of
Final Frontier.
yeah, you just kind of scroll to the side, and what they have.
Yeah. The Voyage Home. Building Star Trek. That looks cool. I wonder if I've seen that.
You know, click onto it and see if what it says about it.
It's probably a
Star Trek.
documentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this.
Oh, okay. We're gonna watch it later today if you want.
Yeah. Europa. So they got Nickelodeon. And,
Yeah, they got a lot on here. They got CBS, which that's the biggest reason why I got it is because I'm a huge Survivor fan.
oh,
I
okay.
love Survivor.
We're watching that too on Netflix.
Yeah. They have only one season on Netflix right now. No, 2 seasons, which is the Heroes versus Villains and Kagion, which I think is the best season of all Survivor. But only Paramount Plus has all 40 seasons.
Oh, right on.
Hulu has one of 34 seasons, but this is all 40 seasons. And then my wife and I are going to start watching Clarice.
Oh, okay.
And she watches, my son watches like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. And I might, do you think I should watch this? Do you think I should watch it?
Oh, I mean, if you want, it gives you an idea of what's going on, but it's rough. They're actually doing Strange New Worlds, which is.
Do you think that might be better? Because
No.
I'm kind of getting, no?
No, it's a spin-off of Discovery.
Oh.
So it has the original story, like. So what happened was.
Because sometimes spin-offs are better than the actual.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I doubt it though.
What do you think the story is going to be?
Well, I don't know. It's Pike's the captain of the Enterprise. He was the first captain of the NCC 1701.
Okay.
And so actually in the original pilot for the original series of Star Trek, that was the captain.
Okay.
Yeah, but then they scrapped it and then they redid it with Kirk.
Now, when this comes out, guys, I'm going to ask Jason if maybe him and I can watch it together.
Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds, and then we can give our reaction to it and everything.
Yeah, I like the actor. He's a good actor. It's just I don't know. It'll be interesting. I guess it would be interesting to see like how they're gonna bring in Kirk and things like that because he's only the captain for like 5 years. But I gotta take a break real quick. One second.
Okay. All right, we're back.
What up?
Took a little 5-minute break here, guys. So yeah. I hope Strange New Worlds is pretty good. I mean, I watched a little bit of like a teaser. I guess you would call it a teaser of the show. It looked pretty good.
Oh, okay.
So we'll watch that and give a reaction of it and everything. And what do you? So basically, guys, what we're going to start doing is continue to put out more episodes. I mean, guys, you guys were waiting for a long time. We had 3 episodes already recorded. We just didn't have time to actually edit them and everything. So we apologize for that, but we're going to continue on with what we do best, and that's talking about the sci-fi world. And next episode, I would like to talk more about what we were talking about in the past, which was like the space and technology, aliens, all that stuff, and what's kind of progressed from that.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of months.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys. So we're going to end the episode here. And we hope you guys continue to have a great day. And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
All right. Stay up, everyone.
All right. Peace.
You've been listening to What the Sci-Fi.